Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode here on the Shamblecraft server. But this isn't just any episode on the Shamblecraft server. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached episode 50, and just in time for the 1 year anniversary of season 1. And a lot has happened since the start of the season. I mean, when we started, none of this was here. None of the village was here. The chimney stacks weren't here. The base wasn't there. I mean, the base was purple for a bit. None of this was here. This was all just the naturally generated land. And it's weird to think that it's only been a year, but at the same time, it's weird to think that it's already been a year, because in one way, it feels like we've been playing here for ages, but in a different way, it feels like we haven't played here for more than a couple of weeks, and it's so weird. It still feels like it was just yesterday that I put in the purple gradients and tinkered with all the glass and to try and make this base look good. And little did I know then that that Johnny was going to go nuts and make it blue. But I mean, it's like I said in 2 episodes ago, I really like the blue. I really like the colour. It sort of goes away from the vibe I was trying, but at the same time, I really like it. Honestly, the only bit I don't like is this. I feel like it doesn't really fit anymore, so I might actually end up changing that. But yeah, we're not going to spend this entire episode just reviewing my base. Oh no. For this episode, I want us to be looking at the 3 different aspects of the Shamblecraft server from a times perspective, and that is the past, the present, and the future. What has happened, what is happening, and what do we plan on doing in the future? And I'm not going to be able to cover absolutely everything, but I thought it would be nice for episode 50 to just sort of take a trip down memory lane, see where it all began, and what has happened since then. And I think there's really no better place to start, honestly, than the spawn island, where it all began. So let's head over there. I'm going to start punching wood. /serve SMP. Yeah.
The shambles have
Punch wood! Punch wood!
Oh, here I am. I'm here.
Why do you think I'm casually up a tree?
Everything's fantastic, y'all.
Okay, so, but yeah, if you look...
Jesse, you should now be able to use your wooden axe.
Yeah, if you look this way, you can actually see the island we're heading to. It's over there.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's do this lethal weapon style. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm a dance.
Oh, Bonnie's dead. Bonnie almost
Boom.
That went exactly as expected.
Good.
That's broken.
Okay, so I'm just going to remind you all again, since we're currently like starting a civilization, having an agricultural revolution, and have several mine shafts. You know there's an island over there, right?
Yes.
Is this not the entire server?
Yes, this is the entire... Welcome to Shamblecraft. What's it called again, that game, mate?
Robin Crusoe version?
What's it called? The thing when you're stuck on 2 blocks and you have...
Shipwrecked.
No, it's the...
Or Skyblock.
Skyblock, that's the one. Welcome...
It's more like Island Block. But
Island
okay.
Block. Sky Island. Skyland. And as we make our way towards the spawn island, we can see that since that clip was recorded a year ago, this island has changed. And that is because a couple of months ago, some of the players on the server decided that, well, this island could use a little refreshing. And since we were playing on the Nether update, they decided that a Nether theme would be cool. And yeah, this is where it all began. It doesn't look like it anymore, but this is where it all began. This was the island that we started on. This is where we chopped our first trees. This is where we picked our first stone. This is where we got our first pieces of iron. This is where it all started. And after spending, I think we spent about an hour here, we made this, and this is still here. The original arrow. That has not been moved. And the original boat chest, they are still here. So that's really weird to think that this is still here. The original arrow that was built here to show all the new players where we were going. And since then, Cooper, one of our newer players, has built a road that takes us over there. But also, we decided to extend the starter island with this iron farm here that we built. And it has really, really done good. I think it's currently off, but if I remember correctly, we have so much iron that we don't really need anything. We have a double chest full of shulker boxes of blocks of iron. I'm gonna say that again and let that number sink in. A full double chest of shulker boxes of iron blocks. Future Fally, when you edit this, please put some math on the screen to show just how many iron ingots that is, because I'm fairly certain it's a lot. But yeah, let's do what we told the new players to do and follow the arrow.
I mean, it's night time, so...
I am.
Oh wait, I should take some food. Hold on. I'm right with you. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's
go!
I'm
me take
bringing
this
along
dried
some
milk.
pumpkins so that we can
Yeah, I'm
grow
gonna
a
take some
pumpkin
dried
farm.
kelp.
Okay, I see light.
Same here.
I see light, I think.
Stay away from the light.
Don't worry, I'm not religious.
Wait, where are you,
Well,
Fally? I
you
don't
don't
see
do
you at
so.
I
all.
went straight across, then go for the light. And if we make a little left turn here, that will bring us to the very same shore that we first landed on. This is it. This is where we hit with our boat. Our boat came ashore, and we stepped onto here, and we made our way across the island. And some bits here as well remain. Nuke's original box remains. The original free stuff chests are still here, and of course the very first Wolfie starter base is still here. But some other things have disappeared. While we still have actually the original spider spawner is still here. Or is it this one? I think it's actually that one. Spider farm, yeah. So that's the original spider farm, and there used to be a portal here, but Jess later terraformed it into a nice little beach instead, which turned out great. We have the original enchanting hut. It has been slightly upgraded, but the gist of it is still the same. The original enchanting hut, where people came to do their first enchantments, and we still have a bunch of books and lapis and everything. Because the thing is, because of the fact that we play with keep inventory, no one has really ever had to replace all that many things. The only time you would have to replace like a tool or something would be if you broke it by not paying attention. And oh, this is actually new, a Glowberries farm with the 1.17 update. And we then move over here to the original community farms that we built in episodes 1, 2 and 3. Still here, still being used. These are still being farmed quite often. People come here, they just chop everything down and they leave it in chests, and yeah, it really helps. At one point someone made a storage-ish system over here where we could keep the various things instead of just having some chests here and some chests there. And yeah, this is this is where it all started. And this, of course, is where we built our starter base.
I think what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
think I'm
convert the
gonna
shipwreck into a house.
You could do that.
Cool.
Then I can
Although
build. Then
know-
I can build here, like right off
I'm
the
out of
shipwreck.
food. I need munchies.
Me back. Hi back. Me Fally.
Just probably go grab that.
Let's make.
Good gravy.
Okay.
I mean, is there such a thing as bad gravy?
I'm not a huge fan of gravy, so.
What?
Okay.
Ow! Gravy's
Also,
like the best.
Yeah.
Also, that was my cat. If you heard that.
Yeah, I did. I did hear that.
I
That was, like,
know
very
it
loud.
wouldn't be you.
Okay, put the bed there and sleep. Hey.
And yeah, as you could see, the starter base changed a lot through the beginning of this series, but we eventually ended up with this design here. And it is a design I'm still really fond of. It is a design that really... The only thing I don't like about this design is that in hindsight, it was a bit too compact. I wish I would have made like more of one big room and less of all these little rooms that I couldn't really use for anything, because it ended up being mostly decorative and not really having all that much of a function. But then again, it was just a starter base. It was never my intention to stay here. The intention was always to move along to greater things. But moving down here before we move any further, this is actually an area where a lot has happened. And yeah, if we go up in the air, we'll see. We have the post office, we have the town hall, we have the town square, we have the headhunt building, and well, this is an area of the island that has looked very different over time, with of the village trading hall, various bits and bobs. We had some cottages there and there. We of course built the sheep farm at one point. So yeah, this area has really changed. And I mean, here, have a look at some clips showing exactly what this area has gone through.
There it goes. Got most of it. So yeah, as you can see, the area has indeed gone through a lot. But while all of that was going on, we ventured out in a boat to find a new place to call home, and eventually, well, we found it. And here it is. Our second starter house that we built at some point. I honestly can't remember when, but it's probably getting close to a year ago. I think we built this in like July or August, no later than August, surely. And this is, I actually need to go down here. This is a place, I don't think I've been down here since, oh wow, I don't think I've actually been down to, the glass tunnel, I forgot about the glass tunnel. I don't think I've been down in this mine shaft since probably since I made that video. And the weird thing is, the plan was always to integrate this thing here into the more generic base location. So the plan was actually to mine south for a bit and then west for a bit if I go here, to sort of follow this path right here, but we never really got around to doing it. And that's actually one of the things that, ironically, one of the things we really haven't done. Let me check if I have any resources here, actually.
We have resources here. Why have we just left all of this here? I am terrible at this game. Look at all the stuff I've just haphazardly left. Good grief. Whoops. I've just left a whole bunch of valuables down here. Deary me. But yeah, as I was saying, the irony is that I think maybe the thing I've done the least of in this series is actually mining. We've barely done any mining. Especially not on camera. I did a mining session, I think, in episode 2. And after that, I've mined some off camera. But again, it's the thing about keep inventory. Once you sort of hit a point, you don't really need diamonds in that way. And especially for me, with having my shop, I make most of my diamonds from the shop, meaning I don't really need to go mining. And that, of course, brings us to the base, which was again. Yeah, this was indeed a job and then some. And, yeah, can't really say too much about the base. It's been thoroughly covered. But while I'm here, I know some people have been asking, Fally, what are your plans for this place? Like, you've built a giant base, what are you going to do with it? And honestly, I don't know. The plan was always to build a big base and get a storage system just to have it, and I think, and this is, I'm not going to go into the sort of Grian trap and make this sound like it's the final video, because it isn't, don't worry about it, but I think the problem was that this build, in hindsight, was a bit too big. Because while I really appreciate the storage system and having all of this is very nice and everything, but I kind of feel like I'm not comparing myself to Grian here, that's not the intention, but I kind of feel like with Shamblecraft Season 1 I made the same mistake as I know Grian has said that he's done, and that is that he's gone too big, and I feel like with this base I went a bit too big, and what I've noticed is that going back outside and working on this village project, which is a lot smaller in scale, I sort of find like this is more the sort of build that I like doing, which brings us to the present, and that is the village project, which is a project that we've been working on for a couple of episodes, and a project I will continue in the next episode. I can say that right now, I will not be doing any new projects in this special 50th episode, but this is definitely an area where we're going to be working in the near future, because I have a lot of ideas for what to do with this village and to try and make this place more exciting, and yeah, hopefully some of these ideas will end up being cool. But yeah, we've covered our starter base, we've covered our village, we've covered our main base. There's really only one other place in the overworld we haven't visited yet. Yep, you maybe thought I had forgotten about it, but no. Of course, we also have our industrial area that we made a couple of months ago, and again, this is one of the areas where I really haven't done much yet, but do not worry, it is my intention to get back here and actually do stuff, because as I said earlier, and as I've said a lot this season, one of the things I really want to work on for this season of Shamblecraft is that I want to improve my redstone abilities. And since my base is quite close to spawn, I'm thinking, well, or I was thinking when I made it, that having a district far away from spawn and far away from my main base would make it easier for me to actually do more sort of experiments. And also, it would give me an additional spot to do some mining, especially since, as I've said earlier in this episode, we haven't really done all that much mining yet. And that brings us really neatly to the last bit of what I've been talking about, and that is, we've covered past, we've covered present, what about the future? So I think, for me, the future, at least for the time being, is going to be two main projects. The industrial area here, where I'm going to be starting with some tinkering in terms of redstone and hopefully try and make some funky machines and some stuff to sort of test my redstone capabilities. I also want to finish the village project. And also, of course, we have one project looming over us, and that is the terraform job we have at Mekna's place. And that is something that we're going to have to do in not too long. But as I've said before, I have just finished a 2-year marathon with a master's thesis. So just getting back into Minecraft and sort of getting up to speed with everything has been a job in itself. But yeah, so this industrial area is definitely not forgotten. It is part of the future of Shamblecraft Series 1 and something that I really hope to get to work more on. And also I actually have some collaborations lined up, including a collaboration with Gnarled Newt. I don't know exactly when we're going to do it, but it is definitely coming, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And also we'll be doing some collaborations with Murin, and hopefully also in the long run some more collaborations with the other content creators and the other players on this server, in addition to the bigger community stuff like Shamble Pride. Oh, dearie me. I keep forgetting how good I am at lighting things up. It's like even on other servers as well, people come to my builds just to place torches. It's like I feel like I am being targeted. Okay, maybe they have a point. Let's leave. But yeah, that is the industrial district, and as I said, we are going to come back to that later. But for now, I want to take you to the one place we haven't actually touched upon yet in this video, and that is the Nether. Because the Nether, along with a lot of the things in the overworld, has changed a lot since we started. And while I have had a role in it, it certainly isn't just my work, not even remotely. So many people have helped out making this Nether hub and the Nether tunnels. You might remember we actually did a contest where Jessica had the winning design for the tunnels and I had the winning design for the hub. But yeah, as I said, the Nether hasn't always looked like this, and a couple of times it actually got a bit dangerous.
Well, alrighty then. So we have collected our Wither Skeleton Skulls, and we should now, in theory, be good to go. So let's give this a try, shall we? So, boink, boink, boink. It's looking promising. Let's see what happens.
this is an issue, is it? Okay, so yeah, so me and Mickness have kept working, and as you can see, Mickness has a fan club. No, Mickness.
I've made a gold farm.
And cameras are at the ready. We're filming this in replay mod, and I'm also filming this in first person. Tonight's episode of What Could Possibly Go Wrong. Nice. Well, okay then. So, as you can tell, viewers, we are mostly done. We can officially open this portal. And that brings us to the final place we actually haven't visited. And that is the Nether Shopping District. The roof, the Nether Shopping District. Breaking bedrock, making a hole up, putting the beacons there. But yeah, it was all so we could get up on the Nether roof and build our shopping district. And like the rest of the server, this place has changed so much. It has evolved immensely over the 1 year this server has been up. For me, it's been mostly about 2 shops. This shop right here, the Redstone Express, and of course the terraforming shop over there. Where actually, to my surprise, the Redstone Express has actually seen the most traffic. I don't think we've had any more sales since last time, given that the server has been offline mostly. Yeah, no new sales. But yeah, this is actually, I think this shop has earned me at least like 4, maybe 5 stacks of diamonds. And it's weird to think that we have so many shops here now, given that when we started, all we had was this billboard right here, which is now full. It was empty when we started. And we had the community enchanting hut, and we had the community exchange, and or the community trading hall, where people could put stuff they didn't need, and others could claim it. We also have ender pearls here from the Enderman farm. But yeah, it's changed so much, and it is so weird to look at it. A full year, so much have changed, and like I said in the beginning, it's so weird to think that it still feels like yesterday, man. It feels like yesterday when we were up here building this, and at the same time, it feels like we've been here for years and years, and it's just so weird. It's just very, very weird. But I mean, it's good weird, and I have to say, after a year of playing here, and after a year playing with all of you amazing people, I can't say anything other than, I don't know, thank you. Thank you so much for choosing Shamblecraft as your server to play on. Thank you so much for logging on and hanging out and just being you, playing with us and having fun. And thank you so much to each and every one of you who have supported us, either through Patreon, through Twitch, or just by logging in, playing, and being a part of this amazing community that we have created here on the Shamblecraft server. And here's to a year of Shamblecraft, and yeah, here's hoping we get at least another year of this. But who knows? You never really know. Like, for all we know, do we decide to restart with 118? Do we decide to keep going? Do we decide to do something completely different? Who knows? Only time will tell. And as I've said before, Shamblecraft is a community, and the Shamblecraft server is a community project, and all in all, it is something that everyone deserves to be a part of. It's like I've said before, we don't make solo decisions. This is a place where everyone's opinion matters, and where it's very important to me and to everyone else that this is a place where everyone feels included, be it in decisions, community projects, streams, whatever. The Shamblecraft was always intended to be a community project, a safe space for people who just want to chill and play Minecraft and have fun. And after a year of Season 1, I hope I can say with some confidence that we have succeeded in doing so. And for that, as I said already, I am forever grateful. But that, ladies and gentlemen, it has not been the most eventful of episodes. It's been a trip down memory lane. And as the sun rises behind us, it only remains for me to say thank you very, very much for watching this episode. Happy anniversary, Shamblecraft. Happy anniversary, everyone who's been with us since day one. And yeah, thank you for an amazing year of Shamblecraft. And here's hoping we have a lot more fun times on this server before we decide to call this season an end. But all I know is that I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of projects, and I can't wait to start sharing them with you, starting with the next episode. But for now, that is it. Enough rambling from me. Thank you very, very much for watching. Happy anniversary once again, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Bye bye.